So as you touched upon it, that LinkedIn Premium offers LinkedIn courses, and we can learn and build our skill sets from it. So after that learning experience, they provide a LinkedIn learning certificate. So
Hmm.
if an employer goes through the profile of that person, having a LinkedIn learning certificate, does it make a difference? And if it does, to what impact does it sets apart that person from the rest of the people?
A wonderful question. It depends on the company and the individual recruiter, because some companies will value the LinkedIn certificates and some company will not. Because through LinkedIn learning certificates, you are just demonstrating your commitment for learning and professional development. That's all.
Mhm.
Okay. But every recruiter will not give a same weightage of this LinkedIn learning certificates, because it's all your own effort to develop your own portfolio.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So it may appear that it will expand your knowledge in certain area like Java, .NET, or project management, which will appear as a attractive feature, but it's still, if you are not able to demonstrate during the interview, that's a complete waste of time.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So as long as you have a demonstrable experience with a skill set which you are showcasing through LinkedIn Learning, that works well. Okay. So obviously nobody wants just a certificate. Just for a certificate, nobody will give you a job.
Yes, sir.
Correct. So you will have to prove with any internship, any projects, or any hackathon combined with the LinkedIn Learning, so that it appears that you have a hands-on experience.
Okay.
Okay. But highlighting your LinkedIn Learning certificate in LinkedIn section will
Mm-hmm.
definitely will be a plus, because it will be a very, very attractive when you open your LinkedIn and then show I have 10 LinkedIn certificates.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So it is obviously showcasing that you are a proactive learner and a continuous learner, which is a demand for any IT industry or even non-IT industries also. Because as you can see in last year, there are a lot of layoff, just because they people doesn't did a lot of continuous learning. Their skills are completely older skills, which they were not able to match when new artificial intelligence platforms arrived.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So obviously, only when you are very proactive and continuous learner, you will invest for yourself and then do very up to date as per the industry requirement. Otherwise, if some technology comes and your role is not there, then obviously you are under pressure and stress and all that. So people, MNCs always look for people who are continuously learning and continuously investing on these kind of certificates. That way
Okay.
you can take it up, but that is not the only factor to consider for an interview. That's the underlying information.
Okay. So, like companies, they value when a person is investing into the skill sets,
Hmm.
and also they should be able to practically demonstrate that what they have learned. If they are
Correct.
mentioning it in the skill sets, obviously when it is being endorsed by their employer or the people they are working with, then that will create a great impact in their career.
Very true, very true. Maybe I'll give you a simple example. So supposing you want to showcase your MS Excel
In the eyes of
certificate.
the employer. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So that way, just by mentioning MS Excel may not make any sense. But if you showcase that you have done two certifications and 10 people have endorsed your Excel skill set, then from the recruiter point of view, you are a skilled person.
Okay, yes, sir.
Yeah. So that's the difference you can make comparing to the other people, so that you have competitive advantage with a similar level of
So as we
people.
touched upon the okay. So these recommendations and these endorsements, they provide a competitive edge to the person.
True, true.
So as we discussed that having LinkedIn learning certificates, it builds up the skill sets that is required in the market, and then you can mention those skill sets, and if they are endorsed, if you are getting recommendations, then obviously it will help you. How to get these recommendations on LinkedIn?
Definitely getting recommendation on LinkedIn will help boost your credibility and visibility at the platform. because the more recommendations, it will appear as a Google review itself. Okay, whenever you are searching for product or services, what you search, you go to Google review and understand how many reviews are good, how many reviews are bad, right?
Yes.
So same case, it is a Google review for us as a professional.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So first thing, when you want to get a lot more recommendations, you have to offer recommendations to other people, first of all.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So see, obviously, when we have in this career, or even when we are a student, we are grateful to a lot of people who has helped us in the entire process. Okay.
Yes.
So reach out to those people, maybe your professors, lecturers, or any mentor, somebody, so that you start giving recommendations, testimonials, and be grateful. All that aspect you have to tell, and then send the recommendations so that they will also feel happy and give it back to you. Okay,
Okay. Yes, sir.
number one. Number two, ask for recommendation with your past colleagues or managers who know about your work. Okay, so it should not be like in YouTube where they call it as like for like. No, that should not be the case. It should be more
Mm,
to reach out to people where the other people know your work and how you perform in a work. So those are the
okay.
people you have to reach out and then get your recommendations so that it's very very professional. Okay, so that way, and you have to the process wise it should be very very professional, because you have to send a specific request for what is the reason you want a recommendation. Okay, just like sending some casual information will not help, or they will not give weightage. But
Yes.
if you say, okay, I'm attending an interview tomorrow, it will be great if you give a recommendation.
Okay.
Okay, so that will give a what you call little force to make it executable. Otherwise, they'll keep it very delayed, and they don't even put some effort in writing aspects.
Okay.
Okay. So if you are requesting for recommendation, you make sure you give a specific information, like you want to get specific recommendation on a very specific IT skill, or the work experience, or any particular team working skills or leadership qualities.
Mhm.
What is that you want, that you have to be very specific.
Okay.
Okay, so that they write accordingly. Otherwise, generally, if they write, it will be very generic. Okay, this is a very nice person, and I recommend. That will not work. Okay, so they
Hmm.
have to write, okay, Mahi Amulya is a good professional in software testing, where she has done about 10 hackathon, and she has won achievement in these sports. That is the detailed information which recruiters will review and validate.
Okay.
Okay,
Yes.
and once you get recommendation, make sure you give a thanks note or call the person and thank him.
Okay.
Okay, so that they'll you develop a positive relationship with that person whom have given put an effort in giving a recommendation, right? So that should be the process of getting a recommendation. It is not just okay pinging in email or pinging in WhatsApp and then asking for a recommendation, which will not work.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the recommendation, it should not be general but specific to the person and his or her skill sets. And once you get it, you thank the other person. Also, if you're giving it to a colleague, you want it from a colleague, the recommendation, then you have to give it, and then the other person, out of gratitude, may give it back to you.
Hmm, hmm, hmm.
That's how it will work.